I don't know. I think it's to be determined. Um, that'll be part of what's going on.
Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. I'm Mayor Chris Martin, calling to order the regular session of the Logansport Board of Public Works and Safety. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Mayor Martin,
Here.
Jacob Pomisel,
Here.
Paul Jones.
Here. We'll start with the approval of minutes for the May 7th, 2025 meeting. Motion to approve.
Well, actually, I think we need to fix something in the minutes. There was a mix-up with one of the cleanups. We got 228, on 228 Wheatland Avenue. The request is for 231 East Miami Avenue, so I just want to make sure that it's 228 Wheatland in there, because we have 231 later on down. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Good Jonathan talked to you about that.
Yeah.
He had mentioned something before he went, that he had noticed something there.
Just show me after the meeting and we'll get it fixed, okay?
So I just want to amend that part for 228 Wheatland Avenue to reflect that a property cleanup request, and the fine was for 228 Wheatland Avenue, not 231 East Miami Avenue, which is reflected later on down in the minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes for May 7th, 2025, given the information and the amendment to the minutes. Call for question.
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Jacob Pomisel,
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, thank you. Next is the approval of claims for $556,304.42. This includes claims for $107,910.11, payroll $295,019.14, grant claims $14,704.42, trash claim $115,605.50, revolving claim $3,659.25, and TIF combined claims $19,406. I'll make a motion to approve the claims as presented. Second. Call for question.
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Jacob Pomisel,
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes. All right, any public comment? Anyone in the audience who'd like to make a comment, please come to the microphone. All right, seeing none, on to new business, contracts and agreements. Jan? Yeah, quite a few here, don't you?
Yes, we do.
Start with Abby Lundy Jr.
This is our junior golf program in the summer, and it's set up so that she gets paid for each person that participates. So, so I think we charge $50, and she gets that. So it's no more than what she actually teaches. So.
Perfect. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the contract agreement with Abby Lundy Jr. Second. Call for question.
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Jacob Pomisel.
Yes.
All right, next is James Wright.
This is our DJ from our dance last week, so anyway, so yeah, and it's all part of the cost of having the daddy-daughter dance.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sometimes people don't realize, do they? They don't realize how much goes into these things.
Oh, no.
I'll make a motion to approve the James Wright contract agreement.
Second.
Call for question.
Jacob Pomisel,
Yes.
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes. All right, next is Innovative Concepts Audio and Video Incorporated.
Okay, so there's four actual documents for this company. The first one, I think, is CCTV, which is the security cameras that will be inside and outside. The second one is for three digital signs, inside and out, with rotating promotions, menus, pricing, and those kinds of things. So,
Great.
we don't have any more of those letterboards. Doggone it. Anyway, and then the next one is on audio for the speakers inside and outside to help provide background music announcements, and they can customize each room. So it's state of the art. So, and then the last one is networking and Wi-Fi, which provides the Clubhouse TV. It'll provide Wi-Fi to maintenance as well, which means we can reduce the, I don't know if it's Pioneer or T-Mobile, I think it's T-Mobile that we have down at the maintenance barn, so that'll help, we don't have to do that one anymore, so, anyway. I did have it all added up, and I didn't write it down on this page here, but anyway.
This was included in the,
This is all part of the loan that Security Federal that we have done, and so we'll be paying for this over the next 5 years, I think approximately $35,000 a year to doing the whole thing, because it includes the simulators and all that goes into that in that room as well. So, and that's what this is part of too. So.
all right. So I will go ahead and make a motion to approve the Innovative Concepts in Audio and Video Incorporated contracts and agreements for the Clubhouse CCTV system. I'm going to go through these each because they're each separate contracts. Second. Call for question?
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmasol.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract agreement for Innovative Concepts for the digital signage.
Second.
Call for question?
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmasol,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve the contract agreement with Innovative Concepts for the Clubhouse audio system.
Second.
Call for question?
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Jacob Palmasol,
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes. And finally, I'll make a motion to approve the contract agreement for Innovative Concepts for the Clubhouse network and Wi-Fi.
Second.
Question?
Jacob Palmasol,
Yes.
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes. Thanks, Jan.
Thanks, Jan.
All right, next up is Bill. Contracts and agreements for Baker Excavating.
Yes, thank you. At RDC, we purchased the property at 916 Ray Street. We contracted with Baker Excavating, which you already approved that contract. The house has been taken down, removed, site leveled. When he was down there, we had asked him to also clear out trees and bushes and get the whole site cleared out for what hopefully will be a new hotel. With that was an additional $800, so we have an additional contract before you for that additional work for $800. And I'm requesting that you approve it.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve the Baker Excavating contract.
Second.
Question?
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmasol,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Bill.
All right, next up is Police Department's monthly report for April 2025. Chief Yeh?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Logansport Police Department, for the month of April, had 28,181 miles, 874 calls for service, 81 arrests, 60 citations, 180 warnings, 206 traffic stops. Criminal investigation had 17 cases assigned, closed 12, has 5 active. Cass County Drug Task Force investigated 14 cases, made 7 arrests, 8 methamphetamine cases, and had 6 investigations conducting other criminal activity. Traffic Division, 9 VIN checks, 7 escorts, 33 parking tickets, 7 warnings. Looks like he tagged 9 vehicles green tagged. Towed 1, moved 6, 2 are pending, 1 traffic stop, 5 traffic accident investigations, took 11 calls for service, and handed out 22 notices for trailer, RV, and boats. Animal Control had 37 calls within the city, 9 were unfounded, 18 animals taken to the shelter, which was 8 dogs and 10 cats, 3 bite cases, 2 city ordinance work, or a total issued, and 4 verbal warnings.
Motion to approve the Police Department's monthly report for April 2025.
Second.
Call for question?
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmasol,
Yes.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks, Chief.
Next is the Building Department Monthly Rental Property Report for April 2025. Is Christian here? I don't see Christian anywhere. All right, well, it's up on the screen, so we will read it from here. All right, so we had 54 parcels in the month of April that were inspected, 101 units. Of those, 5 new inspections, 49 re-inspections, 7 new rental certificates handed out in the month of April. We had 5 new registrations, 4 that were removed, 1 new vacant property registration added. A total of 103 letters were sent out in April 2025. I'll make a motion to approve the monthly rental property report for April 2025.
Second.
Call for question?
Jacob Palmasol,
Yes.
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes.
All right, next up is the street department. Chad? First up is a city alley closure request.
Yeah, Steinberger would like to permanently close the narrow alley that runs between Home Health Care Solutions and where the immigrant statue is. It's a very narrow alley, and I know they need to access it for this building project. And as far as the permanent closure, Aaron Shaver and I talked about putting bollards in, the kind of lock at the bottom that could be removed if the utilities need access for that alley at some point. So that's where we are.
I'd agree. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the city alley closure request for the alley beside Hometown Health Solutions.
Second.
Call for question?
Jacob Palmasol,
Yes.
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
All right, next, city alley closure request for Farmers Market water connection. 4th Street from Market to Melbourne Avenue.
Yes, basically, yeah, you just said it. They need to close down 4th Street for a period of time to
Very good.
access the water line.
All right,
That entire stretch of 4th Street is going to be closed.
Yeah, from Market to the little turtle archway.
Okay. Going to have to find a new way to the social from there. It's good to know. That's why I come to these meetings.
I'll make a motion to approve the city closure request for Farmers Market water connection from 4th Street from Market to Melbourne Avenue.
Second.
Call for question?
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmasol.
Yes.
Next is applications for curb street cut. We've got NIPSCO at 112 Yorktown Road.
Yes, Dan Klein's building a new house, the one that exploded out there. They need to install a new gas line. They're just gonna bore under the, so there won't be any street cut.
Good. I like those.
You and I both.
I'll make a motion to approve the application for curb street cut for NIPSCO at 112 Yorktown Road.
Second.
Call for question?
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmasol,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes.
Next is applications for curb street cut for StarTAC Fiber at 915 East Main Street.
Yes, this is in regards to Frontier Communication. It's gonna be boring underneath Main Street for what, like 194, or 194 feet total. They're gonna bore underneath Main Street and then run it parallel for another 120, just to hook up internet service, basically.
Motion to approve the application for curb street cut for StarTAC Fiber at 915 East Main Street.
Second.
Call for question?
Jacob Palmasol,
Yes.
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks,
Chad.
Chad.
Next up is Code Enforcement's weekly report. Randy?
Noon.
All right, last week we sent out 36 new notices for trash. We had 34 that were cleared. I got 40 properties that are pending. Sent out 11 citations. Did three more container warnings. So we had 11 notices to appear. We brought 9 properties in last week. We had 7 property cleanups ordered. There's the properties that were given the notices to appear. Tagged 3 more cars last week. We had 5 that were cleared by the owners from the weeks before. I had 1 that we towed. We had 7 that are pending. Sent out 28 first notices on grass last week. We had 18 that were cleared from the weeks before, and then we had 23 initially to send over to the street department.
Make a motion to approve the code enforcement weekly report.
Second.
Question?
Jacob Thomasville,
Yes.
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
All right. Code enforcement's request for property cleanup or multiple violation properties. We'll start with 503 Mobley Street. Is there anyone here to represent 503 Mobley Street? Seeing none, go ahead, Randy.
This one was another trash and debris. This is the second violation in a year, or in a 12-month period of time. The property is cleaned up now by the owner. She did reach out to contact us. She was supposed to be here today. So I'd like to see if we could table this so she could actually come in and speak. So, do have her contact stuff now, so, but she was supposed to be here, but,
For next week?
yeah, we'll just table her for next week.
Let me see what that date is, the 21st. I'll make a motion to table 503 Mobley Street for the 21st of May.
Second.
Call for question?
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Jacob Thomasville,
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes. All right, next is 1410 High Street. Is there anyone here to represent 1410 High Street? All right, come to the mic. State your name for us, please.
Alicia Vargas.
I'm sorry?
Alicia Vargas.
Go ahead.
Alicia Vargas.
Go ahead, Randy.
On this one, it's on 429. The reason why we're back is this is another 2 and 12. There was loose trash, debris and stuff on the property. They've taken care of and gotten 90% of it cleaned up. We still have an issue with the vehicle back there. We were told that it was going to be moved and taken care of, the white vehicle back there, but it's still sitting, so that's on a different set. As of now, there's no cleanup by this one, but it was a multiple violation, so we needed to come in and contact us to let us know what's going on.
Okay, what was the other violation?
The previous one was in January, and it was trash, debris, and appliances. So we were going back to that state again, and they've gotten it now where it's back where it was when it was finally cleaned up. So we have just one small issue, and that's the vehicle, which is a separate thing now.
Okay. So is there a plan of action on how we can avoid the citations?
So I have a question on the pictures that were sent home. On that first one by the trampoline where it says trash and debris, I want to know what was it referred to, trash and debris on there?
There's stuff laying on the floor, on the ground there, okay?
Oh, do you mean these?
Yeah, that's laying there, and there was loose trash and stuff all the way up. If you look into behind there, you can see there was stuff piled back here in the corner where you guys were putting your wooden chairs and stuff. That stuff is actually, looks better now. I don't know if you guys
Okay,
have
'cause-
burnt some stuff and kind of cleaned it up like a small fire or whatever.
Because those things on the ground by the trampoline, those are part of the trampoline. The kids just put them down.
Okay,
But my parents threw it away, so it wouldn't be an issue.
okay.
And then the last picture, I want to know,
It's the last picture. I
Yeah.
think. The very last ones we have up here.
yeah. that
These were
one's-
the most recent. These were done on Monday.
Yeah,
And it shows, like, all the loose stuff that was on the ground that was flying around and that is all picked up and cleaned up too, so.
okay, so the violation and stuff is just like the trash that's blown and it's scattered?
That's part of it, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, the overall, if you overall look at the property, when you've got all these vehicles piled up there and you've got, you know, there's a ladder sitting there that's been up against the house for weeks, you know, stuff like that. That stuff gets noticed, and being that the park is right there beside it, we get the calls and the complaints
Okay,
immediately that it's unappealing to somebody else to see. So something like that is small, but again, when you got loose trash laying around and stuff on the ground, you still gotta go out and take care of it and clean it up.
okay.
And you guys did, you took care of it, and you guys have showed up to speak for your property, which is exactly what we need.
Okay, well, the vehicle I can speak for, we did pay somebody to come out and get it. I believe they scammed us. They never came to get it. So we're trying to find somebody else to come out and get it. But other than, I mean, the trash and stuff, it's the kids, but we'll work on it.
As long as you understand that we have one of our primary parks right near your home, and with that backyard, it does butt up right to the park.
Okay.
So our concern is just, especially the properties along that area, we're about to have a lot of events at Riverside Park. And so we're just trying to get the neighbors to understand that, we need you to make sure that, if there's trash out, within a couple days, try to get it picked up, those kinds of things. That's really the simplicity of it, is just because of how close you are to the park. But these are also things that other people throughout the city get violated for as well. It's just, we receive complaints, and then at that point, we follow up. You know what I mean? And so that's pretty much what Randy's doing, is he's following up. And then he was also directed by me to make sure that all the houses around Riverside Park were at least let known that, hey, we need you to keep this kind of clean. So,
Okay, so then her other question is, I have 4 kids, and I'm there all the time. If there's gonna be trash here and there, obviously they work, everybody works. And if there's gonna be trash laying down here and there because we may forget or we don't have the time to pick up the debris that's flying around, is she gonna get fined $100 every time that she has to pay for it?
If we get to call and complain on it, and we have to put it in as a complaint, then we have to go out and visually inspect it to see if it is.
I mean, once a week, you gotta clean it up to make sure that you're safe.
We run this
It's really
route.
kind of what it is.
We run this route, so you have a Monday trash pickup. We run it on Tuesday. So Monday night, just go out and give it a quick once-over and check it over.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of times you want to make sure that, if your trash got picked up, they didn't leave stuff, flying around. If it's windy out, something may happen that's not even your fault, but you might get blamed for it through this.
So, hey, this is a minor one in my
Yeah.
book of stuff, but it still falls under our 12-month, 2 and 12, and we still have to address it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully he never has to bother you again. That would be, that's what he wants.
Okay,
So,
I mean, we're all new to this.
yeah.
sure, no, of course.
It's just the thing that my mom gets upset about is she has to be paying $100 all the time, and she doesn't really have the means to be paying $100 all the time. So that's why, I don't know if there's anything we can do about,
Staying on top of it with Randy, if you feel like something's getting away from you on the property, contact him. Hey, I know that we've got some issues right now, but we're working on it. That's the biggest thing, is just open communication with Randy is going to be huge.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I
And-
did try giving him a call, but I guess he wasn't in there.
He's-
So
yeah,
he
he-
told me to just wait till I came up here, and I said,
Yeah,
okay.
that's probably if you contact Sandy. If I'm not in the office, Sandy's there. She'll get all messages to me, but if I'm in something like this, I don't carry
Okay.
phone or nothing with me, so.
If you're at least checking things once a week, you probably will have no problems. You might want to do it a little more often, especially depending, you never know with kids, but I think once a week will probably save you from Randy.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
least.
Yeah, we can do that.
So, well, we really appreciate you coming in, and our problem a lot of times is that people leave their houses worse than this, and they don't come in at all and deal with it. So we appreciate you taking the time and coming in, and, yeah.
Does she still, she's asking me if she still has to pay those $100 that were on the letter?
So this one would be yes. So I would say because it's a multiple violation in a 12-month period of time,
Okay.
typically it's way more than that. So typically we fine 500 to 2,000, typically with a multiple violation fine, but because you guys came in, we don't plan on doing that. So the only thing she needs to pay is the $100, but that's because of the multiple violations
Okay.
in that 12-month period of time.
Dice que todavía tienes que pagar los $100 porque fue una violación que se volvió a cometer.
Pero él te dijo que ya no, él no dijo
No,
que era más se
él
tenía que
te está
quitar.
cobrando los $100 por la camioneta blanca que todavía sigue ahí. Que nosotros vinimos a decir que en 2 semanas lo íbamos a mover y que en 2 semanas no se movió. Que por eso tienes que pagar los $100. Es lo que estoy diciendo, que para que no vuelvas a venir aquí y que te den a cobre y cobre, que cada semana te asegures de que te limpie la casa, porque como vives en un parque que es principal donde tienen muchos eventos, tu casa no puede estar sucia, que porque si hay gente que se manda a quejar y que la tienes que mantener al orden. Que la escalera que está ahí dice que ya tiene más de 1 año ahí parada nomás así contra la pared, y que la camioneta que se dijo que se iba a mover no se ha movido, que lo demás sí notó que ya lo limpiamos, pero que es cosa de eso, que como estamos tan cerca de un parque con niños, esa escalera se puede caer a alguien y del vehículo que está parqueado ahí.
Pero está amarrada con cadena, asegurada.
That ladder that's up against the house that is chained up, you still want it to be moved? He doesn't have a place to store it, it's just for his job and stuff.
Okay, so
I mean, he could put it down somewhere, but.
probably if he laid it down,
Okay.
it would probably look better and it wouldn't catch people's eyes.
Okay.
Like we were explaining with Riverside Park, it's a highly visible, highly active area. So
Okay.
we get calls up and down from 11th Street all the way down to 15th Street on properties down through there.
Okay.
At least, I couldn't tell you how many a week, but we get a lot.
¿Qué más tiene?
To verify each time and go through and there's minor things, yeah. But we sent letter upon letters all the way down through there. So.
Nomás la escalera que dice que la recosten abajo para que no esté parada y la camioneta.
I would
Que ya
definitely
di-
say maybe just lay it down and that will get their
Cada
attention.
semana que pase la basura, te asegures que no hagas basura tirada, ya sea basura normal, basura que se haya volado de ahí, de otro lugar ahí, que no la quieren, o basura que se huele cuando el bote, la
Cada que
basura lo
pasa ahí
junta.
para limpiar.
Dice que lo que limpio, que porque si hay gente que llama y se queja porque está a la vista del parque.
So if you want, just coordinate with Randy
Okay.
from here on out, and yeah, we'll work with you. I mean, obviously, yeah. Yeah, we don't want to fine you.
I mean, we just wanted pointed out like, hey, you know, you gotta move this and this, and we'll do it.
Yes.
It's just not like, here's $100 because you had this, and we're like, oh, we didn't know we couldn't have that there. So now, you know, it's an issue. But again, like you said, it is the view from the park. It's the main park. So we'll work on it. We'll try not to be up here anymore.
We appreciate
As
that.
long as you communicate and work with us, we'll work with you.
Okay.
I mean, we'll do what we can to work with you.
Okay.
And if you can't contact me, Sandy's number's on there.
Okay.
She gets me all messages, so.
So this is cleaned up, so you don't need it.
This is all cleaned up.
All
We
right.
just came up here because it is a multiple violation. They showed, we're good.
Go on.
I'll make a motion to vote on the property cleanup for 1410 High Street.
Second.
Call for question?
Mayor Martin,
No.
Levi James. No. Jacob Humison.
Oh. Thank you, guys.
So thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, next up is 1406 High Street. Is there anyone who can represent 1406 High Street? Come up to the microphone, state your name for us, please.
Holly Neff.
Hi, Holly. Go ahead, Randy.
All right, this one is a multiple violation as well. There was trash and debris on the property. Actually, by the time we got to this, I'd already notified Nicole. We had the one in January, but between January and this notice in April, I had called her 3 different times about issues with the same property, with trash being outside alongside the road and stuff like that. I tried to get to where we weren't to this point of having to bring it in for this, just to get it cleaned up. I want to get the property cleaned up. As of this morning, a lot of what you see in those most recent pictures is cleaned up and gone. But as right now, by the tree back there, there's probably 7 or 8 trash bags that are piled up behind that car. So this is kind of what I was telling Nicole, and I contacted Nicole and been talking with her about. We clean up one mess, and then a week or two later, we have another mess. Then a week or two later, we have another mess. I hate to use the word, but I'm not a babysitter. I'm not a property babysitter. I know she gets frustrated with me when I call her. You can be honest. But I've contacted her about it, and I say, look, this is where we're at. And this last time, I told her, I said, I can't do this anymore. We're putting this in as a multiple violation. We're bringing it in. We need somebody to come in besides her and tell us what the plan is. Because they can't have this. Again, this is right by Riverside Park.
Actually, those are my neighbors that just left, so, we are trying to fix up the inside of the house. That's what the trash was from. So I will make sure that there are no trash bags out there like that. I did have a bunch of trash at one point that was down by the road. I had spaced buying dollar stickers, went to work the next day, trash had been picked up, I spaced, it was my fault. So I do take blame, I will pay the fine, but I'll make sure that the yard does not look like that. It's just trying to clean up the inside of the house, and that's what it was all from.
Sure. What do you think, Randy?
At this point, it is up to Nicole on how she treats and does this, because we can't keep coming back to this, and we can't keep getting the calls and complaints. And I hate to say it, but it's the last property and this property together down there are the eyesores. And they're the ones that I get the calls on, and they're the ones I get the complaints on, you know.
So right now, we have a bunch of trash to get rid of still.
We still have some trash sitting there, and I
Yes.
Okay.
told Nicole about it before we came up here, that what was back there, because I could have took recent pictures of it, but I wouldn't have been able to have them for you guys up here.
Yeah, that's fine. But so there's still some cleanup that needs to be done on the property.
Right.
You know, aside from the trash, maybe even.
Yeah,
Um,
there's still some issues that need to be
Well,
addressed.
I mean, is this something that we think we can get taken care of pretty quickly? Is this a week? I mean,
I would say a week, that's it.
Yep.
yeah.
More than that.
One second. Did you have something in the back there?
He said about every week or every other week. Well, I do cleanouts for other people and stuff too, so sometimes I got a trailer full, or sometimes I got to alternate shit for other stuff for other things.
Are you associated with this property?
Yeah, he lives there.
Can you say your name for us, just for the Matthew? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know about trailers full of stuff. I don't know that is an okay thing to have there. I guess
Okay.
I don't think so.
Doesn't happen anymore.
But yeah, on top of that, I think we have give it a week to get the stuff over there. That, you know, work with Randy. He'll tell you what needs to get taken care of, and then as long as that's taken care of, I don't necessarily need to see anybody next week.
Okay.
And then we know just if there's another one, we're still in multiple violation territory, and so we'll be back here again, and then, you know, unfortunately, maybe not be as lenient.
I think that they should do the $100 fine.
Oh yeah.
Then the next time, I've got to just file for eviction, because they pay, but I can't keep dealing with this.
Right.
Yeah,
Get it?
yeah, and that's, you know, I think the $100 fine sticks. That's part of the thing. But it still needs to be taken care of, because we'll come back here in a week, and if it's not taken care of, we'll order property cleanup, and that runs another couple $100, depending on the property, and, you know, we don't want to do that.
Right.
So, I table this for a week. Does that seem good, Randy? That seems fine?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
And I just want to mention, if you are working on the house or cleaning it out, I mean, if you need to get a small dumpster or something, you can work with Randy and he can help you with that.
Let you know where there's dumpster companies you can get a hold of. I'm
Oh,
sure
okay.
Nicole
See,
knows as well.
Okay.
Well, I just wanted to mention that since you said you were working on the house, because a lot of that stuff cannot go out in the trash, or by
Right.
the time you get it collected, the trash is already gone.
Yeah.
So if you get a small dumpster, I mean, it doesn't have to be one of those big truck roll-off things, but a smaller one.
Okay.
I mean, On Point and several vendors around him or Sandy can get you in contact with them. That way you can
Do
help
they
have
have
that
a big
cleaned
bin
up.
there?
No, they have just a small, well, they've got the bigger trash can.
They do, okay.
Yes. But it's a single family home, so we got just the one container, so.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and make a motion to table this one for a week, so until the 21st. What's this, 1406 High Street?
Yes.
So 1406 High Street until May 21st.
Now,
I'll second.
do I contact you at your office?
Any further discussion on that one?
Yeah, I would wait.
I'll discussion.
We'll be in
Okay.
there so late today, call tomorrow morning,
Palm still?
and we'll get you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks.
Later, Nicole.
Listening.
Yeah, you don't miss these parties, you know.
All right, next up is 225 West Linden Avenue. Is there anyone here to represent 225 West Linden Avenue? Seeing none, go ahead, Randy.
All right, actually, this one, we guessed got the certified return to us before it came in. I wanted to see if we can reissue this and reset this for June 4th. For
Oh.
this property. See if I can table it for that. Normally, if we haven't got them back or we haven't heard anything, we would just go ahead and bring it in and do it. But with just getting this back today, I want to go ahead and give them the opportunity, because this is quite a mess, too.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can. All right, I'll make,
4th.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to,
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to table 225 West Linden Avenue as a property cleanup for the 4th of June.
Second.
Call for question?
Levi Jones,
Yes.
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Chief Thomasall.
Yes.
All right, next up is 607 West Broadway. Anyone here who represents 607 West Broadway? Seeing none, go ahead, Randy.
This one, we'll make this quick, this is just a standard cleanup. There's a bunch of building materials sitting out there piled up, old wood stuff, there's stuff that's around the house. This property's vacant. We mow this property, city mows this property every year and has for the last 3 or 4 years, so.
Yeah, Kelly, you would think that after a certain period of time of the city having to care for a property, that we would be able to just, at that point, take the property. I mean,
Worth title search.
yeah, I mean, this is, because Brandy, this is, ever since you started, you've had to mow this, right? Chad, how long have you had to mow this property?
Years.
Well, and the name of the people, their address is that property, so it's vacant.
Yeah.
We have to file, get a court, a lien, a judgment against them. And then part of our remedy is to close on pleading, and get
Is it worth looking at the title just to see if anybody else has a better claim than us? There's no sense in doing it if somebody's gonna take it. I imagine they would have by now.
They have a thing like a cast time title where you say, I just want a 15-year quick title
Yeah.
search. Don't have to get all the liens and everything. They just do a deed check.
Maybe we'll circle up on this one after.
Yeah, looks like a nice.
Sure.
Is that a river?
No, this is over on West Broadway.
That's Broadway, I mean,
Years ago, too.
Yeah, they just put a new roof on a couple years ago, but nobody's,
Somebody's
somebody's got a note on it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the property cleanup at 607 West Broadway.
Second.
Call for question?
Jacob Thomasall,
Yes.
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes. All right, next is 706 High Street. Anyone here to represent 706 High Street? Seeing none, go ahead, Randy.
this one's trash debris on the property, building materials. They cleaned up a lot of the loose trash, but there's still the cabinets sitting back there that needs clean up, so.
All right.
Motion to approve the property cleanup at 706 High Street.
Second.
Call for question?
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes.
Jacob Thomasall.
Yes.
Next up is 1800 George Street. Anyone here to represent 1800 George Street? All right, seeing none, go ahead, Randy.
This is upholstered furniture. It's located on the front porch. We've done door knocks to let them know that they can't have it. And we've reached out, no response. So.
All right. Make a-
They've gotten notes that make it obvious that this is the problem, this sitting on.
Yeah, we made it very noticeable, bigger pictures to show exactly that you can't have upholstered furniture setting out in the weather.
I mean, they've been requested even to come in, right?
Yeah.
So I'd clean it up.
I mean,
I'll make a motion to approve the property cleanup at 1800 George Street.
Second.
Call for question?
Levi Jones.
Yes.
Jacob Thomasall.
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes. All right, 1108 Michigan Avenue. Anyone here to represent 1108 Michigan Avenue? Seeing none, go ahead, Randy.
This was trash debris, building materials, appliances. This property was quite a mess. Trailers were loaded down with stuff. As of right now, he has, all the trailers are empty, a lot of the appliances are gone. We basically just have a refrigerator back there and some small building materials. So that would be the only thing we'd have to clean up.
Make a motion to approve the property cleanup at 1108 Michigan Avenue.
Second.
Call for question?
Jacob Thomasall.
Yes.
Mayor Martin.
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes.
Just to say something about the upholstered furniture, because everybody's like, well, I sat on it outside this, that, and the other. We had to remove and do a cleanup recently on a property that had a couch on the front porch. Couch looked great. I went to pick up the end, and as I did, my hand went through a rat's nest, and then I had rats fall out of it. I've tried to explain to people, it's outside. You're gonna have critters getting in there.
Right.
That's why we're really starting to push and enforce this, because that's the last thing we needed through this.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just figured I'd put that tip in.
Well, it's not fair to the neighbors either, you know?
I don't want to have to mess with that again.
It's a fun
Exactly.
fact.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Randy. All right, last but not least, electrical licenses. All of these folks have turned in the proper information. Building commissioner has gone through all of it. So I'll make a motion to approve the electrical licenses for Rob Griffith, doing business as Gaylor Electric Incorporated, Mario Picardo, doing business as Picardo Construction, Ricky Hopper, doing business as RL Hopper Electric, Armando Villafana, doing business as AMPS Volts Power LLC, Kevin Hommel, doing business as Bash and Associates Incorporated, and Jonathan Lurch, doing business as Lurch and Sons Electric.
Second.
Call for question.
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmso,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes. All right. Board member comments. Levi, got anything for us? Pacers won. How could you not have anything to say?
I knew you were going to say that.
I was reading that one in the minutes from last week, and I was like, well, look at that. Conference finals. I just think that Sunday, when they have game 3 in Indy with the 500 the same day, batten down the hatches. That's all I'll say.
Deputy, you got anything?
No, that's it.
No?
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you, Robin, for your work today. Appreciate that. All right. Miscellaneous business and any matters not ever reconsidered, including ADA Section 504 compliance or concerns. All right. Seeing none, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Call for question.
Mayor Martin,
Yes.
Jacob Palmso,
Yes.
Levi Jones.
Yes.
We're adjourned. Have a great day.